Hey guys, how you going? Look, it's really windy. I was going to take the boat out today, but got a couple of problems with the Land Cruiser with the clutch. That's going to get fixed tomorrow. And yeah, look, it is a little bit windy today, so look, I'm going to take the opportunity to show you what I've actually done with the boat. So I got this base welded so I could sit my water snake, which I had on a previous boat. Look, there's some people that they make complaints and they reckon the water snakes aren't any good. I've had a couple. I'll be honest with you, I've never really had any problems with them. Wash them after use. I certainly lubricate. I'll take the sides off and I'll lubricate inside where the tracks sit, so it all operates smoothly, that you don't get all gunked up with bits of salt and cause corrosion and all that sort of stuff. So the water snake is powered by the battery that resides down there. I also keep some diving gear in there. The controller, which obviously comes out and sits on there, and when the bimini's not in the way, you know, I can control the water snake from that particular seat. So starting from the front, I'm going to show you, all the little features that I sort of put on as time went on. All right, here we go. This is where I keep my crank handle, an item that's often goes astray, if I can put it that way. I also put on a 3-speed winch, which I thought was better than the original that came with the trailer when I bought the boat. I've also added a spare wheel and tire. And moving along, I did post this on an earlier video. I've got like it's a walking platform, which up north in far north Queensland, you know, when you're launching a boat there in the creeks, I reckon you just can't do without. You want to avoid walking in the water next to your trailer at any cost up there, because you never know. And you know, it might only happen or never happen, but if you do come across a you know, 3-meter salty right next to the trailer, I don't think you're really going to come off out of that one that well. But at least if you can stand on it, you've got half a chance. I can't really take the bimini up from here, you know, well, basically because it's not going to fit under this carport. So moving right along, I've got the Garmin Echo GPS combo sounder. I can't fault it. It's a wonderful unit. It's incredibly easy to operate. You know, in the side pockets I've got the usual junk, and also I have mounted, like, if you can see that, I don't know if you can see that, but the rods are sort of restrained by a couple of PVC bits of pipe and the rods are restrained and sit securely in that bit of foam rod holder. And so I sit here and control the boat very easily. My passenger, usually my wife, sits over there. Yeah, I'm really happy with this boat. And oh, just a couple more things I need to show you. So here at the back, I've got a couple of rod holders there and some more on the other side. I also have a bilge pump which I can control from there. There you go. And it is always connected to the battery. I've got an isolation switch here as well. So now she's on and now she's off. I feel it's an indispensable part of your electrics that you should be able to isolate the motor from the battery. So the bilge pump is manually controlled and the ejection point is just under there, if you can sort of see that there. In my years of owning boats, I've had quite a few adventures at boat ramps, and there's a few that come to mind at North Bend along particularly, where sometimes waves used to break just within where the boat ramp was, and I've had copious amounts of water washed in launching the boat. So having a bilge pump really helps. It saves a lot of bailing, believe me. So now we come to a subject that I actually approached in another clip in relation to the height of where the motor was mounted on the transom when I bought it. Initially I thought it was too high. In hindsight, after dropping it, putting on and installing the hydrofoil, I've actually relocated the height back up to its original point. And to be honest, it was the right thing to do, to get it back up to original. In conjunction with the installation of the hydrofoil, the performance of this hull matched with this motor, it's just terrific. It's just better than pretty much all the boats I've ever owned in the past, including one of my favorite boats, which was an 18-foot Haynes Signature with a big fat 150 on the back, big Black Max. What a weapon that thing was, but just so heavy you can't launch it. And that, I think, is one of the best attributes of this particular boat. I ain't young anymore, and launching this thing, I can launch this thing on my own. I can beach this thing, push it off the beach. Generally speaking, it just handles so well. The engine is really quiet, and that's another thing I like. And you don't get those fumes, those two-stroke fumes. Man, I'm over them. All right, well look, thanks for watching, and have a look at the other clips. And very importantly, of course, that's where the EPIRB sits. Easy enough to remove in an emergency. And Quintrex did a good job with allocating, and I really like this plastic, hard plastic anchor storage, anchor well. In one of the earlier clips, I actually made an extension to the existing casting flat platform, which is, well, under the bimini. And I use this for storage for fishing shirts and of course life jackets. I've got an ice box. I'll leave it here. It is removable. I think that's a better idea than having a fixed one, because this is easy to clean. Just take it out of the boat and give it a squirt with a hose, and Bob's your uncle. Another small modification is a base plate, which I fixed to the casting platform, basically to transport the water snake when I'm not using it, or when we are traveling. Look, it is a really comfortable boat, and it's very soft riding, and I'll show you in a minute why. But one of the other reasons also is, I've come to really like using a tiller steer. This particular one has all the bells and whistles on it. Yeah, I remember the old one that I had on a Suzuki, a 40 horse Suzuki, was pretty simple, straightforward, you know. A gear change and an accelerator, but this has power trim and tilt. It has electric start. It's got a regulator for your RPM, so you can actually lower your and control the amount of speeds when you are trolling very slowly. So one of the reasons for this wonderful soft ride, and it really is incredibly soft. I've owned a lot of fiberglass boats in the past, and I must say, and tinnies, and I must say this is by far one of the softest riding hulls I've ever had. Lastly, the trailer. As you can see, it's nice and wide, making for a really easy trip down the highway. You know, the way I've fitted out my boat might not be exactly how you would do it, but that's alright. It's all about having fun. Different strokes for different folks, as they say. Regardless, enjoy the boat, enjoy the outdoors, enjoy fishing. Just get out there. Life, be in it. In the meantime, best to stay safe too. Take care. See you soon.